Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening, people. All right, simmer, y'all. We got a great show lined up for you. First, we start off with a skit that explores a fictionalized version of my ever-vigilant co-host Ross and myself. Then I'll read off some of your Facebook posts, and we top it all off with a musical performance from the local band Alligator Funkhaus. Now, if you live in Pennsylvania, you know our Governor Tom Corbett has his laser-guided sights on cutting state funding for public education. But I don't want you to worry your pretty little heads, because I'm sure the banks will have absolutely no trouble putting you deeper into the black hole that is school loans. Hey, while we're on the topic of cash money, here comes the after show.
Straight from KUTV, the after show with Kevin Rose.
Hey, welcome back. You know, last show my co-host Ross was having some major issues with his coffee cup, and I want to know, Ross, did you ever get your cup back?
Yes, Kevin, I have very good news.
Tell me about it.
Just yesterday, I recovered the lost coffee cup.
Just yesterday?
Just yesterday.
Fantastic.
Found the little poor fella in the back.
Yeah?
No home.
What's she filled with?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Dirt and dust, but
Dirt
you know
and
what?
dust.
I'm happy to have them.
Some fiber.
Some fiber.
I actually have a nice combination of espresso and orange Gatorade in mine. It, you know, a little pep in your step.
Yeah.
And some hydration. You got to have that while doing the show.
Exactly.
Exactly. Hey, our first sketch is all about finding inspiration, a task which has taken the lives of some of the 20th century's greatest minds, such as Jack Kerouac, F. Scott Fitzgerald, and Mel Gibson, just to name a few. If you didn't recognize the first two names, I implore you to pick up a book. So let's hope this story turns out a little more on the bright side. Check it out.
Ross is a 20-year-old college student, and like most college students, he's strapped for cash. But unlike most college students, Ross has a taste for the finer things in life.
Great party, sir, but when are they serving the caviar? I have a Pinot Noir sparkling wines just dying to be popped. Yes, I was told to call this number for Cubans. Yes, I'd like Castro's Choice cigars. See, 3 dozen, senor? Hasta luego.
And now something dawned on him. His lavish lifestyle just might have to lose some of its luster, unless...
I gotta start earning some money. But how? I guess I could sell some of those. That could probably get me a few bucks on eBay.
As Ross pondered a way to make some extra dough, his eyes settled on what he thought could be a lucrative venture.
Real estate. Gold.
Meanwhile, Ross's friend Kevin was in a local coffee shop hopped up on caffeine and experienced an intense writer's block. Earlier that year, Kevin had been hired by Shaky Films, a local film production company, to be their head writer after showing much promise in his first feature-length film, KUPD.
You the new guy?
Yes, sir. Sergeant Stanley Stitzel.
I know who you are, Stitzel.
He also starred in it, but now Kevin had hit a mental roadblock, and no matter how much coffee he drank, that road remained closed. He had an idea for the next film, but just didn't know where to go with it.
So there's this cat that types. And it lives in New York City. But why? Why? Why did they hire me?
Being the head writer of an operation wasn't everything Kevin expected. He also noticed
I had so many more ideas when I didn't have all this pressure on me. Oh, maybe I should go for a walk. Find a little inspiration. Ooh.
Kevin's second attempt at inspiration also involved a beverage, but of a different variety.
Alright, so there's this cat that types, types for a magazine. And, oh my god. Another tall boy, brother. Oh, thank you, sir. I like the plan. It's, yeah, whatever.
Also, no matter how much beer he drank, his writer's block prevailed. Meanwhile, at Ross's,
Oh, hey, man. I'm here to check out the room for rent.
Yeah, come on in.
Thanks. Is that the room?
Oh no. Follow me. Well, here she is.
Oh, nice. It looks like someone's already living here, though.
Well, right, I do, but that's where you'll be living.
Ross's potential tenant was not pleased and a little confused.
Under the bed?
Ross started out by telling the truth.
Now, before you jump to any conclusions, let me explain the deal. Now, you have full access to under the bed, enough room for a mattress on one side, some little drawers on the other side. You'll have access to the bathroom, the kitchen, the fridge.
At this point, Ross found it convenient to lie and sweeten the deal.
Oh, I'm actually a heavy sleeper, so you don't need to worry about that. I'm not a partier either. I'm very disciplined.
Well, you know what? I'll try it out. I was just looking for a place to sleep. I'm not really home that much, so.
Well, for you, how about $70 a week? How's that sound? You can't beat that.
Not bad. I'll take it. You got yourself a deal. So, when can I move my stuff in?
Today.
Awesome.
Meanwhile, Kevin was still searching for inspiration.
Oh, that was... Well, you were there.
So do you feel anything?
You want to rephrase that question?
I mean inspiration.
No.
Is it me? Have I become more of a moose than a muse?
No, it's not you. I just feel a lot of pressure.
I don't think that's good. Should we call a doctor?
No, it's not that.
Okay.
I just got a lot of pressure, about writing the next film. I got a lot of anxiety. I used to feel like I had too many ideas. Now I'm writing a script about a cat that types.
Why a cat?
Because cats are hot right now. You've been on the internet, the pictures of cats doing stuff.
Dancing,
the whole bit. I don't know. I had 6 cups of coffee, then I went to the bar, so I'm working a funky drunk.
Maybe you just need to open up your eyes to what's around you.
Kevin's eyes were very open, and besides things being a little blurry, he didn't see anything to write about.
Maybe one more round might help?
Couldn't hurt.
Meanwhile, the sleeping situation at Ross's wasn't so welcoming.
No. No, Mommy. Please, let me have my lipstick. It makes me look pretty.
Ross's new tenant started to have some minor doubts about Ross claiming he was a heavy sleeper.
It's my lipstick, Mother, mine!
Things did not improve on the second night either.
Why? Why did you leave me? It's not fair, Mom. It's not fair. Why did you have to leave?
And by the third night, Ross's new tenant was having intense second thoughts.
Father, after all these years, you reveal your true face.
Meanwhile, Kevin was, well,
So it's a cat that types, that lives in New York City, and writes for Cosmo.
I don't know. That plot sounds a little familiar. And what's with all the cats?
Cats are hot right now, Ross. You've been on the internet. Pictures of cats, doing stuff. Anyway, I know you were having a little financial troubles. How's that going?
They're doing well. I actually rented out some space in my room.
You rented out some space in your room.
Yeah, there's a guy who sleeps under my bed.
You have a guy sleeping under your bed?
Yep.
I don't think I understand.
Well, he pays me $70 a week. He lives under my bed. He has little drawers, a pillow, a blanket.
All right. Who the hell is this guy?
It was then that Ross realized he had never asked for his name, but had been addressing his new roommate simply as Tenant.
Good night, Tenant.
Hey, you can just call me Mike, man.
Hey, Tenant.
Hey, man, you can just call me Mike if you want.
Oh, hey, Tenant.
Hey, man, you can just call me Mike.
Oh, that's my ride. Sorry. Gotta go. See you, Tenant.
Hey, big boy, come to Papa.
His name escapes me right now.
So let me get this straight. You have a guy living under your bed, and you don't know his name.
And he pays me $70 a week.
Oh, okay, well I guess that makes it all right then, right?
Hey, I don't have to explain myself to you. You know what? I gotta go. Talk to you later.
Okay, Ross, sweet dreams. Excuse me?
Hey, man, I'm sorry, man. I think I fell asleep, actually.
You think you fell asleep walking?
Yeah, man, yeah, I've been pretty tired. I moved into
Well,
this
hey, why don't you sit down? I want you to fall asleep while talking.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, take a
cool.
seat.
Yeah, cool, man, thanks. Yeah,
So what's the matter?
Well, my roomie, man, he like cries and screams in his dreams. you know?
Right.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know what's wrong with him.
What
Man.
does he scream about?
So anyway, he's screaming about lipstick and his mom, and I think.
Hey, would you mind if I wrote this down?
Oh no, not at all, man. Go ahead.
All right, well, I'll continue.
Yes.
After long last, Kevin had found some inspiration.
Okay, so there's this guy who has this horrible...
And so Kevin pitched his new script about a young man striving for his mother's acceptance to Shaky Films, and they approved. Then he called Ross to have one of those Castro's Choice cigars.
Thank you for this Castro's Choice.
No
I
problem.
can't believe you got your hand on these.
I know.
Hey, I'm very excited they loved the script.
That's great. You know, it's
Right?
probably good though that you dropped Big City Little Paws.
I guess you're right.
Well, what's this one about?
Well, it's about this guy who's trying to deal with his mother-son complex he has going on, you know? He's trying to get constant approval from his mother, but she can't fully embrace him because he's a cross-dresser, and that does not jive well with her. And plus, his father is absent from his life, so he's having
It was at this point that Ross realized that Kevin's new story was indeed his own story.
Can I be the lead?
I don't really see you as the
Ross was saddened.
Get a name brand actor in there, like Ryan Gosling or Macaulay Culkin. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
He's ageless, and some might say sexless, but it works for the part, which is always a plus. But hey, why don't you come out to tryouts next week? I'll see if I could, try to fit you in there.
Great.
All right. So, how's that guy who's living underneath your bed?
I actually don't know. I haven't seen him recently.
Oh no?
welcome back. Glad to see you didn't turn out too deadly. Hey, after the break, I'll read your Facebook responses to our off-the-wall questions, so stay tuned. More after show coming up next. Hey, welcome back. You know, with spring just on the horizon, I could just smell the romance in the air.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, I think so. You know, I'll just light a match. Don't worry about it. Just get that smell right out of
Yeah,
here.
I brought the Febreze too.
Hey, nice call, Rossin. Now, spring coming up, our off-the-wall question for this week was what you are looking forward to this spring season. And I must say, some of the answers worried me. So here we go. First off-the-wall post is from Jared. Jared says one thing he's looking forward to in this next spring season is lunch.
Lunch?
Poor guy, he must fast all winter.
He must fast like a chipmunk.
Like a chipmunks fast all winter.
They do.
Well, I guess I don't see him out.
No,
That's
you
a
don't.
good point, Rossin. Okay, let's see what our second one is. This one's from Michelle. Exciting. Picnics. Michelle can't wait for picnics this spring. Are you a picnic guy?
Well, I'm glad she's bringing it back because picnics, in my opinion, have been like a lost art.
It is an art to have the perfect picnic. You got to have a kite,
basket.
a basket,
The
a
basket.
wicker basket. You can't have one of these new synthetic materials. It really takes away from the
The
authenticity.
checkered blanket.
Checkered blanket. Nothing that will spoil.
Some ants.
Some ants.
Anything else that's cliche for a picnic?
Nice jar full of ants.
Yeah.
Sprinkle it all over your day. All right, third post is from Matt, and he says he's looking forward to sleep this spring. Poor guy must stay up all winter.
You know, I'm really worried about Kutztown University. Everyone's
too.
worried about lunch, sleeping, and it's just kind
Lunch
of a
and
scary
I
thing.
know. I mean, you should. I mean, when winter comes, you shouldn't just not sleep.
No.
It's unhealthy.
It is unhealthy.
It's unhealthy for you. Okay, here's one from Kirby, a regular to the show, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Kirby says he's looking forward to sunbathing in his bikini. Now, I'll tell you the truth. I once saw him in his bikini, and I didn't think I was supposed to, so I never brought it up to him. But I guess he's public about it.
Yeah, probably is.
I'm glad to hear that.
I'm glad to.
You got to be comfortable in your own skin. That's what we're all about here in the
after show.
at the after show. Hey, after the break, we take a tour around campus, so be sure to stay tuned. More after show next. Hey, welcome back. Now, last week after I did the groundbreaking and eye-opening segment, The Dubious Dorm Names of Kutztown University, I got a lot of email from people who don't go to Kutztown who yearn to know more about the campus, get a better feel for it. Well, I took the liberty to go around and feel it up for you. Check it out. Kutztown, the university where the moon never sets. This is Old Main. It's the main old building here on campus. And there's an angry chicken.
This is the Pennsylvania National Guard Readiness Center, a facility that had to be installed after a great battle between Kutztown and their neighboring Mennonites, which share a religion similar to the Amish.
This is one of Kutztown's many beautiful bogs. So if you like bogs, well, Kutztown's the place to be. Here at Kutztown, we take great pride in the art that decorates our landscape. Art, 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 art.
Welcome to Lytle Hall with its spooky trees. You know, Lytle is one of the first buildings built here on campus, and coincidentally, the farthest away from, well, just about everything.
This is Kutztown's planetarium. Now, we're not on the cutting edge of space exploration, but hey, we sure do try.
Perched above us is the mighty Kutztownosaurus.
Show me a bog!
Here at Kutztown, we utilize solar-powered trash cans, which lead to fewer pickups, less emissions, cleaner communities, and less jobs. What's behind my glove? Another bog.
This is the bell that was rung after Kutztown won the great battle with the Mennonites.
This is where I usually train.
What do these buildings have in common? Brick. This is the grass circle outside of School Pool Hall. Many a freshman have hypothesized that this is indeed an alien landing pad. This is one of 2 of Kutztown's water towers, so if you're concerned about not having enough water, well, Kutztown's the place to be. This is the Sheridan Art Building light column. Late on Saturday nights, you can see hundreds upon hundreds of inebriated college students staring at its color-changing beauty.
Thanks for watching. Ta-ta.
Now, you couldn't pay for a better tour. So, Ross, you got the opportunity over the last weekend to sit down with presidential hopeful Steve Markowitz, didn't you?
Yeah.
How did that go?
Well, it went well, I guess.
Okay.
But I don't know. It was a little scary.
Scary?
Yeah.
He is full of spunk. He could be a little intimidating with that stature of his.
I was very intimidated by his stature. Very tall person.
Right. Anything else? Did you find out any, revealing details?
Some revealing details about his stances on some certain issues.
Oh, he has some unique stances.
Yeah, you'll have to see them.
I guess we'll have to see him. Check it out.
Good morning and welcome to KUTV Sunday Morning. I'm Rossin Wood, and today's guest is presidential hopeful from Pennsylvania, Stephen Markowitz. Steve, welcome to the show.
Ross, thank you so much for having me on.
No problem.
My pleasure.
Now, Steve, let's get right to it. You're a very controversial man, not only in the political arena, but also in the public at large. You have an open marriage, you've changed political parties 8 times in 9 years, and have a proposed economic plan that is based on an illicit plant.
You've done your homework, Rossin.
Well, do you care to comment on any of this?
Yes, it's only my side of the marriage that's open. My wife is as faithful as our chihuahua. Hey, Chi-Chi.
Now, I'm sure you know some of your opponents have called you a joke, and even Newt Gingrich has went as far as to say Stephen Markowitz is like Bill Clinton on Viagra.
Listen. Little Newt is just jealous all his affairs have ended in marriages, all right?
And that's another characteristic of yours that seems to appeal to a lot of Americans, but then turns off a lot of others, is your brutal honesty. Let's look at that clip.
Hey, y'all remember Hope and Change? No, seriously, does someone remember it? Because I was on a bender during that entire thing, so if you just come up to the microphone and fill me in, I'm probably going to bash it no matter what. Thank you. See, Rossin, I bring what most politicians would not even dare bring into the political arena, and that's honesty. I mean, why do you think I changed political parties 8 times in 9 years? It's because, honestly, I was a little confused.
Now, your economic plan, which you've changed the name to the Unmentionable Economic Plan, has gained a lot of negative attention over the past few weeks. Let's look at a couple of clips of those criticisms.
Let's.
It's illegal!
It's illegal. It's illegal, folks.
Now, what do you have to say to that, Steve?
Rossin, that's all I got. It's illegal. If my critics actually looked into the economic plan, my unmentionable economic plan, they would see a policy that has potential to make thousands of permanent jobs all across the United States for years to come. Now you tell me, what's so illegal about that?
Well, Steve, you got a point there.
Rossin, I'm like a cactus.
Well, what's your view on abortion?
It's not my place to say.
Oh, right. Well, what's your stance on torture then?
I'm not into it, but honestly, it wouldn't ruin my night.
Okay, I think there was a miscommunication there.
Yeah, I'm just being honest, Rossin.
Well, there's no denying that. Senator, people are begging to call into question your religious affiliation, too.
Whoa, let's clear that up right now. Check it out. Ugh. Now, if that doesn't scream devout Catholic.
Right, Senator. What I was going to say was that you don't seem to abide by the rules of the Catholic Church. Examples include your open marriage.
Whoa. Half open, Rossin. Maybe a more appropriate term would be ajar.
Senator, please let me finish what I'm trying to say here.
I apologize.
Now, you have a unique marriage. At your rallies, you excessively use the Lord's name in vain. Let's play that clip.
Jesus Christ! Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, what kind of question is that? Oh my God.
And you seem to go out of your way to convince folks that you are indeed a practicing Catholic. Roll that footage.
You know what I can't wait for? This speech to be over so I can run right to church. Hey, you know what I love?
Going to church. You know, before I came out here to do this speech, I was talking to a good friend of mine. His name's Jesus. Maybe you heard of him. Can I get a public thank you for God?
What do you have to say to the people who say you're just a skin-deep Catholic?
Well, Rossin, I'm not one of these phony, baloney, born-again Christians, all right? Always was, always will be, okay? And if people looked into my social affiliation, they would know I spent a lot of time with Pope Benedict. Let's look at those photos. That's when they were deciding whether or not he was going to be the Pope. We were all wishing on that one. Oh, and the crowd loves this one. It always freaks them out. Oh, we love trying on new styles. You know, he won't tell me what he's burning in there, but the scent reminds me of my college days.
Well, I'm sold, Senator. People are saying that you're out of touch with the common man, the middle class. Do you see yourself as the elite, as the 1%?
Sure I do, Ross. I'm loaded, man. But, you know, I do not appreciate these criticisms saying I'm not in touch with the common man. I've talked with the common man, all right? I've had long, intimate conversations with his wife. So I dare someone to say that I do not know the common woman inside and out.
Senator, I want to thank you for coming on to the show today.
Thank you very much, Ross, and I appreciate you having me here.
All right, well, good night, and we'll see you next week for the next edition of the Sunday Morning.
He answers those hard-hitting questions with absolutely no hesitation. And he's also giving Rick Santorum a run for his money for who can mention God more in a 5-minute interview. Now it's about that time we throw the show over to tonight's musical guest, Alligator Funkhaus.
Hi, we're Alligator Funkhaus. I drop bombs on all of my bombs with you and you and you. You know why? That's right, I got the power of my brain, and we outside with a little funk here, a little blues, and a little reggae, baby, we go everywhere. But you know what's best and what can't be beaten. Reset this with it. Alligator Funkhaus. Alligator Funkhaus. Alligator Funkhaus. Alligator. I hold strong, but don't get me wrong. Just spreading books of love. No, I'll play some not disgrace. So we'll never rewind and go back and go. Give a little right here, a little lip there. But we better wait, baby, 'cause we're everywhere. Got hard feelings, it's time to grow. Throw it first like Alligator Funkhaus. Alligator Funkhaus. Alligator Funkhaus. Alligator. Run! So please come along and we'll take you inside the house. Please use caution, you'll need it often, because the hardness of our groove will never soften. We're the king of kings, lord of all lords. Know who's expecting here knocking at your door. Truth be told, we'll never get old. This Alligator Funkhaus is solid gold.
Hey, welcome back. That just about wraps up the show tonight. But if you want to check out a second performance by tonight's musical guest, Alligator Funkhaus, check out our YouTube page at the link below. And if you want to check out some of their other music, there's also a link for that too. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you soon.